mean, that is a lot of fun. And to think I actually swapped out of my other stuff to get into my jeans. What a dumbass. What is happening, my epic people, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing epic as possible. Before we get cracking with this video, I'd like to give a big thank you to Orwell Motorcycles for allowing me to borrow this motorcycle to feed my curiosity after having been an owner of the R1200GS and playing around with many BMW bikes. The one brand I haven't actually touched is KTM. The reason why I got rid of my GS was just because it was, my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I found it very boring, very plain, but it could just be that it was just in the wrong hands. But to be honest, I've given this a little blast already, and I think I can already decide that I do prefer this. This being a 1290 Super Adventure S. It is from the demo fleet, and I believe it is a 23. Let's have a looky. It certainly is. It is a 23 plate, so brand spankers. Yeah, so this isn't like an in-depth review or anything, as I know very little about this bike other than 160 horsepower and 140 newton meters of torque or thereabouts. If that's not exactly correct, I'll pop it up on the screen. So why have I chosen to give one of these a go? A fellow content creator and very good friend of mine, QTube Adventures, owns one, and I've been speaking to him, sort of trying to find out what it's all like, and he's encouraged me to take a test ride and see where we go from here. Do a little clicky. Oh, it's a one-touch feature. Very nice. I mean, when I did pull away from Orwell, I was sort of holding it thinking, oh, it's starting, and it didn't. But yeah, I guess it just takes a little while. I'm sure that's a KTM thing. Right, so let's have a little flick through the menu. So menu button, bike info, TPMS, which is tyres pressure sensors. As soon as we get rolling, that will let me know that. But obviously the last time it recorded, it was at 35, 42. Water, fuel range, okay, 90 miles on there. Oil, battery, meter, only 885 miles on it. Pretty cool. No warnings, that's what we like. Back button. So if you've never seen this bike before either, then you're along with me on this journey. So motorcycle, ride mode, sport, rain, off-road, rally, street. Let's leave it in sport. ABS mode, road, off-road. No, we're not off-road, so just road. And that would obviously be the slip. Yeah, I think we'll leave that as such. Don't want to mess with that, it looks a bit too complicated right now for me. So suspension mode, comfortable, so that's why it's all bouncy. I'll probably change it on the fly maybe. Preload adjuster, I am 5'8", so my feet are on tiptoes. Can comfortably hold the bike up, no problems. For any of you shorties wondering, I think any shorter than this you might struggle a little. And it's got anti-dive, so a bit like the telelever suspension on the GS. Pretty self-explanatory. I think we'll leave that on. What I'll do when I have a little play and maybe see if it makes any difference. Cruise control, that's the one with the radar cruise control, I believe it is. Active cruise control, yeah. Distance, long, yeah, long, okay. We can change that maybe a bit later if it's, yeah, excellent. Alright, let's have a little ride. I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just sort of setting around the direction and going for it. Plus it's a bit hot, so I want to pick up some speed, cool myself down a bit. Very easy to pull off on, doesn't feel jerky or snatchy or bitey or anything that would make it feel a bit sinister. And quick shifter, awesome. Right, where would be the best way to go? Let's first go on to the dual carriageway, get that bit out of the way, and then I can sort of see how it will sort of behave there. Because I'd imagine if I get one of these, I would be trying to get back into touring again. So I'd imagine some motorway miles to get to where I'm going, until I sort of get to the nicer parts and flicking it around all the twisties and bends and things. Feels good, feels powerful, brakes feel good too. I see what they mean by it being a bit light under the front when you sort of pick it up a bit. But the wind's not knocking me about. It's quite good road presence. But definitely picks up the speed very, very well. Very comfy. Definitely think I could probably sit here for a while. You know, just cruise up to the lakes, to Wales, even abroad. I'm not sure if this is the comfort seat though, I don't think it is. So let's try out that cruise control. How do you switch it on? So that'll be that one. Let's set the speed. Set the speed to 70. Okay, so that's got active on right now. It is active, yep. So if I want to go for an overtake. So apparently what it does is it holds you back from the vehicle in front, a bit like a Tesla, which is in front of me now. And then when you move out, it's supposed to overtake or get back up to speed. So if I move out, will that get up to speed? I think it is. It's climbing. Whoa, how bizarre is that? Wow, very good. That is insane. Beautifully done. It's funny how they said you never know how much you can't. Like, I really want to test it going back in to see if it'll brake for me. Right, so what I want to do is I'll go in front of this Ford on my left and I'll pull in, and then I don't think it will brake for me though, so it's not a defense mechanism, is it? So what will it do? I'm ready on the brakes, don't worry, I've got the brakes. Oh wow, nice, yes, it's going down. Will that when that car moves out of the way though? Yeah, it's going to make me go up a little bit. Sorry, I'm really distracted by this. This is this is hilarious. Anyway, so ride's very comfortable. I've obviously got it in comfort mode at the moment, I believe. I don't think I put it in sport mode just yet, or did I? Let's see, suspension mode, comfort. So let's change that to sport. Let's go with that. Yeah, that should stiffen it up a bit more. And here comes that lovely rain. It definitely doesn't like being in the high gears if it doesn't need to be though. It wants you to work with the gears it's best suited for the revs. So now actually I'm sort of lower down in the rev range, lower down in the box. Yeah, okay, that quick shift is kind of smooth. Certainly smoother than a GS with a quick shifter. I can tell it likes to be on the boil. Woo! I mean, that is a lot of fun. That picks up speed very, very well. Definitely easy to flick about. Wow, that picks up very, very easy. Should we try head back towards the sunshine? We don't like this grey stuff. I don't know really quite where I'm going here, so your guess is as good as mine. But I wanted to take it on some more country roads, so this will do. I see, I keep finding myself wanting to use from first to second to third, not using a quick shifter because it just feels like my hand can do it smoother. cool little road. And to think I actually swapped out of my other stuff to get into my jeans. What a dumbass. So at least we know it can handle the wet pretty well, and as it should. It is part of their adventure range. I mean, it's a good testament to the bike whether or not it handles it well enough, because this is exactly what I'm going to be wanting to use it for. I mean, there's definitely a lot of boxes ticked here. The reason for it is I wanted a bit more of a better all-rounder. Yeah, a bit more of an all-rounder, a bit more of a bit of a commuter, a bit of a tourer, and a bit of something playful, something with a quite a oof engine. And I've never tried the 1290, so there's certainly going to be a lot of thinking going on when I hand this back. And it's quite nice to really do sort of a side-by-side from my street triple to this. I know there's no comparison. One is a monstrous size adventure bike, and the other one is a small, naked, middleweight, mid-range bike. I was also a little bit worried that compared to the GS, would it just be like sort of same thing again? But it was more like people's biasy to owning one, that they go, yeah, the KTM is better, oh, the GS is better. I certainly feel that this is a bit more engaging, way more fun than the GS. It was almost like the GS just wanted to coddle me all the time. It was like super easy to ride, very well behaved, don't get me wrong, heavy and chunky, but this feels, I find this feels more nimble, more playful. Possibly stick some more premium tyres on it rather than these sort of cheaper, I still don't even know the name, Mighties, Mitans, I don't know. I'll have a look when I get off. I mean, I don't really want to give it back, it feels so good. And then after having spoken to QTube about his, and he was saying, you know, stick a decent pipe on it, it'd be a lot nicer. I see what he means, like it would probably, no doubt, add some serious character to it, a bit more of a growl, whereas, you know, the stock exhaust, as with any in this day and age with Euro 5 emissions, just sounds a bit, unless you like the sound of then enjoy it. Sorry, that's really immature, I know, but I think this bike's bringing out the immaturity in me. It's, you know, it just makes me want to be a bit more playful, even in the wet. And my riding jeans, that was, yeah. Wow, that just gets up to speed very well. That is super impressive. I mean, I'm also hoping to have another bike where if I'm filming my videos out on like big dual carriageways like this, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to be able to talk to you while doing 70. Right, so it doesn't actually like sitting in 6th at 70 miles an hour, so 5th gear. It's okay, it's a bit rattly, but then again, so was the GS. I'm probably not doing this bike much justice. mean, there's certainly some pros and cons here. I did actually try to fit my phone into this earlier, to no joy. It's way too small in this little cubby hole thing. Yeah, so that weren't happening. Definitely get some bags for it. Very smooth, very enjoyable, and it turns out I've got some serious thinking to do, so it seems. Now I've got to get this back to Orwell's. I don't want them to feel like they've got to stick around for too long today. They've been so great to let me take it out, and hopefully we can converse some more about it in the future. But I suppose this is not the only bike I've got my eyes set on at the moment. But I shan't spoil any surprises of anything going forward. Does all this slow speed stuff very easy. I'd be very much inclined to get some cones out, play around and see just how well you can flick it around. I want to see if it surprises me in that way. Being such a large bike. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this should be the next purchase? Because bear in mind, I don't need crazy bikes right now. I don't need all the nutty stuff. I just need something strong with some fun. Yeah, and this definitely seems to tick those boxes. Something fun, but something long distance, semi-sensible with technology. I kind of miss having technology. That was the other thing about having the street triple. I mean, I've always had this sort of a wonder if I look like I've nicked what would appear to be my dad's or my granddad's bike when I'm on these big sort of adventure bikes, being I'm only 5'8". Let's see if this takes us down there. Either that or I'm going to be going down a horrible street. Oh, look at me, I'm an adventure bike rider again. What is it with these adventure bikes that as soon as you stand up you can't actually feel the rear brake? Right, so now we are back at Orwell's. I didn't think I'd want to give it back so soon, but I'd like to give a huge thank you to Orwell again for allowing me the use of their 1290 Super Duke. I've got to resist the urge to not get like an excitable teenager. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments, guys. Should I get it or not? Catch you on the next one. Peace.